We are with Eric Kripke. Say it right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
got it.
And he is co-creator?
Yeah.
Yes, of Timeless. And this is That's Normal. And we love time travel on That's Normal.
Cool.
And we love well-developed female leads, so thank
Sweet.
you.
We got all that for you.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So I wondered if you could just tell us how you got started. I know you've come over from Supernatural.
Right.
How you got started with Timeless.
Yeah, I had done Supernatural, and then I did a show called Revolution, and then I slept for a year, and then then it was kind of time to figure out another network show, and I basically cold called Sean Ryan, the guy who created The Shield and is an amazing television showrunner in his own right. And I said, hey, man, let's just kind of talk and see if we can figure out a show. We both run shows, and I think we're both kind of experienced enough at this point to know like how unforgivingly brutal this job is. And so to have two people who have experience and know how to do it, like, just keeps it just mildly insane instead of the completely insane dumpster fire it is when you're trying to do it alone. So we got together and we were just kind of kicking around ideas. And look, when you're doing 22 episodes of a network show, which, knock on wood, if we get picked up, we'll do 22, which we haven't yet, but hopefully. And if you do 22 episodes, you really need a really good story engine. That's advice for young writers, that you need to know not just what your second episode is, you need to know what your 100th episode is. And so as we were talking, we said, a time travel show where you go to a different historical period every single week is a really good, clean engine, because as long as there's interesting stories in history, there's episodes of the show that you can do. And so we kind of kicked that around, and then we said, okay, but that only works if we can come up with interesting characters. And then we did, and we have Lucy and Rufus and Wyatt, and and so then it just kind of took off from there. Awesome.
So you like both sci-fi and history.
Yes.
How do you think it's going to influence viewers, who love both as well? Like, what can they look forward to in both elements?
Yeah, I think look, it's the what if of the show is really compelling, which ultimately that's what science fiction is. I mean, science fiction isn't about the machinery and the robots. It's not. I mean, speaking as someone who is a hardcore fan who has spent my life writing in that genre, what makes it interesting is the what if. What if you could do this? What if you could change your past? What if there is a destiny? What if you could meet this particular figure? And that's what this show is about. But then on top of that, not in a way that feels like it's school or anything, but there's, we all come from the history of our country. It's what has determined our current world. And so to be able to illuminate new corners of it, not just the parts of history that people haven't heard of before, but also what was it like to be a woman then? What was it like to be a black man then? And to really see and experience what all that is something that I think is for everyone. I think it's a really, really relatable show. I think it's, whether you're a sci-fi fan or a history fan, I think you're going to find a lot to love about it.
Awesome. So speaking of what ifs, what if you could jump back in time to any period? Where would you go?
I would go to 1970, and I would write Star Wars and just be that guy.
All right. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.